Hey guys, Kevin from the Wisconsin Rural Folk Society. Sorry about the noise today. We just bought some property and we are working on it. Or at least the boy is right now. I'm actually in here getting stuff done for our wedding. And I basically got what is going to be a god pole loaded onto this, and I'm going to work on that today. I pretty much did a table yesterday, a coffee table for my soon-to-be wife. But yeah, this is kind of something I want to pursue and eventually turn into a business myself. I don't want to work for somebody the rest of my life. So I'd rather work for myself if I'm going to work that hard. And that's been a constant thing since COVID, is now every employer thinks they own you because they kept you employed. But we'll talk a little bit today about the Gothar Guild that we announced. And I decided to put this into a video series instead of just talking about it in one shot. So I hope I'm okay. I got stuff on the walls organized in my garage. So I hope you can hear me alright. But we'll talk about the responsibilities of Gothar that have been established for a while. And personally I was mentored. So at our last all thing, there were a few individuals that were not happy with decisions that were made, especially of an outlawing, and that is going to be part of your responsibilities as a Gothar, is making those hard decisions. And that's about as far as we're going to go in. Anyone asks, there will pretty much be an event why he was outlawed, and that's the only discussion we will have of it. But making those hard decisions and things of that nature, putting on rituals is a big thing, putting on floats is a big thing, helping people individually. We still start on the back side of the property. But anyways, sorry about that guys. Anyways, putting on those big floats, rituals, things of that nature, that's always a thing, and there always will be. But Gothar is so much more. They are more of a community thing. They are to actually help other members of the community, and by doing so they have to take that responsibility as well. Most things are confidential. Just about everything is confidential unless there is threatening means in the tribe itself. Then the council has to be called together, and all of our ancestors worked off of a democratic solution, you could say. I know that can be like a very filthy word in today's circles, democracy and whatever else, but that's how our ancestors actually were. Evidence suggests anyway. So, that being said, there's a lot more to it than actually just going places, and that's kind of what the Gothar Guild is going to be about. We want to train individuals to actually perform and do these services for their tribes and their kindreds. Maybe in the region, a smaller tribe can come in and say, hey, I need you to help us with this. There's only going to be so many of them trained a year, maybe every other year, because I don't want the state filled with all of them like that. I want to make sure our training is thorough. I want to make sure it touches more on the spirituality of things, not metapolitics and things that seem to incorporate afterwards in the program I went through. And I will not require them to be entirely oath to me because I just don't foresee that happening. Basically, I want to train them. Here we go. Basically, I want to train them and have them able to function on their own, but I would like them to show up to their all thing every year, to the all thing every year. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself a little bit. It's been a tiresome few days after getting a home kind of settled and reworked. The tenants were not nice to this place. And I have not really made the effort to putting out my altar just yet because I actually want to create a decent altar for inside, not a bookshelf. and I have ideas for that. And I also have a backyard where I will take you out and show you where the altar is going to be and what I'm going to entitle working on that. It's nice to be able to come home, shoot my bow, work out in the backyard barefoot, and not have to worry about very much. I don't have to worry about stepping in dog crap. I don't have to worry about whatever is on the pavement. But yeah, we'll get out that in a minute. I will show you Odin that I'm making. The mouth is a little off. So this is going to be one of the god poles for the wedding. Norse Spirituality, I believe, has got a good video on this sort of thing about the Viking Age, that when we started putting them in human form, we lost our spiritual connection, which actually makes quite a bit of sense because they are manifestations of nature, like war and things of itself. And a lot of heathens today don't seem to really grasp that concept, or they don't like that concept. But I can totally agree with him on that. So this is just a kind of a way of putting it in the focus for us. And this was carved out with tools. I gotta fix this mouth right here. That's gonna get jumped out. Then pretty much it's gonna get dremeled smooth, and then I'm gonna add some details with my more detail oriented carving knives. But anyways, when he's done mowing the lawn, I will take you out and you will see the new fire pit to be altar area. Catch you guys in a bit. Alright guys, I'm in the backyard, and as you can see, there's a fire pit there, and that's where I plan on building an altar of some sort, or a stone hogar, I think it's called. And most pagan altars are outside. This is where a lot of them should be. Temples, to my knowledge, were kind of a public affair, so most people, this is why they do their own backyard altars nowadays as well. So there's a lot of work to be done here. I haven't really decided on a design yet. I'm probably because I've been working on stuff. And yeah, it's kind of in the middle of town, on the outskirts even. It's not where I ideally wanted it, but due to the housing market right now, it is just way too much to get a house in the countryside. And once we walked in here, I knew this place wasn't going to get passed up. So there's been quite a few improvements made by us even after the contractors came in, because those contractors weren't the best of people. Basically, you just slap something in and call it good enough. But anyways, in my workshop over there, and I'm working, getting things together to hopefully launch a business eventually. But the nicest thing is, and wait for it, I can come out in my yard and work out. I can come out here, shoot my bow, as I mentioned before. And this is what I'm starting to work out with. This one's more of a cobblestone. I have a granite over there, and that thing has an iron ore vein in it. That thing is cool, but that's going to be used as the altar piece. But that's what I've decided to use as kind of the focal point on the altar. I got an idea what I want to do, but it's just collecting enough with the stones. Now, when we go out and collect stones, that is a big thing. I go up into the forest roads, and every month they groom them so people can get back and forth. And when they do, they chop up a lot of these stones on the side of the road. That's where I get them from. I never go and disturb anything that's actually in the ground or on the ground. So finding a very large stone, if I do, going north. If not, that small granite stone is going to be the centerpiece of a cairn or tower. And when I start building that, I will film that. If I don't, well, I guess you guys are going to kind of miss out, but I'll try to remember to film it. Anyways, this is it for the video, guys. Stay heathen. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Go to the page, like that, share it around. It's on Facebook. That's about the only place we're at. I do upload to BitChute as well. When I do a video that's a little more graphic, yeah, that's where that's going to be. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.